environmental class. I am head of the Geography and Environment Department of Khazar University. Today, it's a great pleasure for me to talk to you about climate changes in general. I want to give you the information on that. Climate change became a big phenomenon over the last 50 years. And I call my presentation Climate Change. What should we do? What should we do? And first of all, I want to give you some information about greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect is a phenomenon related to energy budget of the Earth. So as we know that sun release very short electromagnetic waves towards the Earth, which cross the entire atmosphere very easily. When it comes to the surface of the Earth, it becomes longer radiation, long wave radiation, and then reflected back to the space. However, due to increase of greenhouse gases, energy budget of the Earth is disturbed because amount of the greenhouse gases is getting increased due to human-related activities. We all release greenhouse gases. Carbon dioxide, methane are the main greenhouse gases we release to the atmosphere of the Earth. These greenhouse gases, as I said, block outgoing long-wave radiation from the Earth's surface and keeps the planet Earth warmer and warmer. As a result, global temperature of the Earth is getting increased. As a result, precipitation amount in many places of the Earth is getting reduced. We should stop increase of greenhouse gases in order to prevent global warming. Global warming is a big phenomenon that causes change of the climate. Climate is change. We have higher temperatures, we have reduced precipitation rates. That's why our environment is changing. Here I explain how greenhouse gas is cause greenhouse effect. As I said, shortwave radiation that comes from the sun enters the greenhouse very easily and it's not reflected back. So greenhouse gases keeps us like in big greenhouse. Where comes carbon dioxide from? We should explain what are the causes of climate changes, where they came from. Cars, vehicles in general, because we burn gasoline and diesel. Energy sector, 90% of electricity in Azerbaijan is produced as a result of burning fossil fuels. Heating of houses, because we use natural gas. Food production in agriculture, methane is the major greenhouse gas that cause greenhouse effect and global warming. And every single activity that cause greenhouse gas emissions to the atmosphere will cause global warming and climate change. What happens as a result of this? The temperature is rising, precipitation is decreasing. Because there is no enough precipitation, there will be no enough water in rivers, springs, and other water sources. That's why we start to have water shortages. Floods and mudslides are increasing because global circulation of the water is changing. Interannual distribution of weather patterns is changing. We have, as a result of very difficult environment to live. Heavy rains, drought, forests are drying up because of the global climate changes. And these changes cause reduced food security, reduced water security in countries. But how we can stop the climate change? How we can struggle against climate change? How we can reduce greenhouse gas in the atmosphere of the earth? Everybody should understand that we have to burn less. We have to save gas. We have to save gasoline. We have to save electricity. We should use public transport because one single bus takes more than 30 people, up to 80 people, while one single car takes only 1 or 2 people. That's why in big cities, using of public transport will reduce greenhouse gas emissions. For that, of course, we should have very reliable public transport, and governments are obligated to develop very reliable and very comfortable public transport for citizens in order to reduce incentives of using personal cars. Using solar energy would be another option for reduction of greenhouse gases. Using bicycles, walking instead of driving would give you to reduce amount of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. So this kind of activities can be done at individual level, at community level, and at the national level. Saving food, saving clothes, and donating old ones. And we should use climate change friendly food. We should use a food in preparation of which less energy is used. We have to understand that every single t-shirt, production of every single t-shirt takes much more money, takes much more water, and this is related to the big production process in which we use a lot of energy. That's why we have to reduce clothes and donate our old ones to others in order to reduce clothes production. Reduction of food waste is another option because as in our daily life we use a lot of food and also we waste the food. we have to understand that production of one single bread piece takes a lot of water and a lot of gasoline, a lot of electricity, a lot of energy. That's why reducing food waste is the biggest option. Also, I have to note that the food waste always causes increase of methane emissions. That's why we need to reduce the food waste as well. Of course, protection of nature is another option. We have to understand that trees consume a lot of greenhouse gases. This process is called carbon sink. Trees absorb carbon dioxide as a result of photosynthesis, and they release oxygen to the air. That's why planting trees will be another good option to stop or reduce climate change. Saving water is called adaptation. We can save water in many different ways. We can use water-friendly, water-saving showers. We may have a behavior related to water savings. We can use this kind of toilets where used water used again in toilet flushes. And many other. For example, we can keep our car clean and not dirty, use only when the dishwater is full. Water saving toilets, as I said, is a big option. And thinking, you may find many different options. Reducing food waste, reducing of plastics, reducing of use of bottled waters, reduction of use of papers, printing less. In general, any activity that related to the saving of energy will reduce greenhouse gas effects. So we can do a lot. Our daily life should be climate friendly. This will help to reduce our carbon footprint. Adaptation, saving water. Adaptation means that your activities is related to the adapting to climate change, saving water, using new irrigation methods that allow water to be used less, for example, spraying, drip irrigation, cultivation of plants that are more resistant to droughts will be the another options of adaptations. Here we see all irrigation that comes from ancient Indians. They were able to reduce water use in this way. They made very small water tanks in the soil and then filled it with water and then planted tomatoes around that small water tanks. It allowed to save a lot of water. Of course, I can note greenhouse gases can be reduced as a result of activities, as a result of many types of educational activities. For example, some schools may apply the idea of green schools, idea of green classes. These kind of activities should promote climate change friendly activities. Thank you very much. It was nice to talk to you. It was my great pleasure to talk to you. Bye.